Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to another Texas Leprechaun tabletop review. I know I've been away for a little while. I've just got back from Baton Rouge, Louisiana for a couple of weeks in regards to my job. So, obviously, I haven't had any reviews posted lately. So, I hope to change that fairly soon. This being the first one since I've got back. Picked up this 531 Pardue not too long ago. And somewhat surprised by how light this thing is. Here you go. You can see a little bit better now. Two slabs of G10. Somewhat, I don't know. I don't know if you want to call it weathered or what, but the design to me looks a lot better than your standard black scales. They are fairly grippy, and the fact that it's so thin, I find just utterly amazing. It is a 154 cm steel, so it's your standard Benchmade steel. This is obviously designed by Mel Pardue, I believe the late Mel Pardue. Some of the great designs he's made obviously was this one. He also developed or designed the Griptilian and Mini Griptilian, which are, some of the best well-known knives on the market, especially for decent hard use knife. I always love using my Griptilian, but for much more of a lighter weight type of situation, this blade right here just fades away in your pocket. It is so freaking light and also thin. I like the blade design as well. I'm not sure if you can actually tell. It has a little bit of a swedge up on top. It has a decent belly to it. Fairly easy deployment. So, I mean, it's nothing obviously all that difficult to handle. But in all honesty, the greatest thing about it, I find, obviously, is the weight. It just fades away. It'd be great for a little backup knife. Very decent for your standard EDC basic task. I mean, most of the people out there, if you're like me, obviously you're going to be doing a lot of computer work day to day. You're going to be doing some things that would require a knife more than cutting zip ties, opening mail, cutting up boxes, things of that nature. So, this would actually foot the bill for most of that. Got a decent price through Blade HQ. I just love the design itself. I've had my eye on this knife for quite a while, and I just pulled the trigger on it not too long ago, just because I felt like, hey, I've been wanting it, why not go ahead and get it? I had some extra money in my pocket. For those out there that are kind of wanting to decide between this one and your standard Pardue, look, it all depends on the aesthetics. Quite honestly, you're going to get the same quality, the same quality of materials used. There really is not going to be that difference in as far as the build structure. It's just if you like the more worn looking scales versus just your regular black scales. It still has the incredible axis lock that's quite functional. It's one of my favorite locks just because it's one of the easiest types of locks to enact or perform on. I don't know. It's just one of my favorites. So the only thing I would probably change on this, I'm not a big fan of this pocket clip. I do like a deep pocket carry clip. And you can quite literally probably just email Benchmade, and more than likely they would send you something for free. If not, it'd be a very small amount of money to get. It'd be the same screws or fasteners that you would use on that other one. I've done it before, and as far as I'm concerned, it's just one of those things. I particularly like a deep pocket carry. But for those that don't really care, man, this is a great buy. Not that expensive in the greater scheme of things as far as Benchmade. For those out there that can drop like $200 for a knife all the time, you probably don't even consider this knife at all. For those of us that consider $100 a good amount of money for anything, quite honestly, this is something that I think you would actually enjoy. I do believe it's definitely worth the money. Like I said, it's good quality materials used. The aesthetics are very pleasing. It does have grip. The pocket clip is functional. You still get the great axis lock. And 154 steel, is not bad. I mean, it's a very decent steel. It holds a very good edge. It does have some good wear. It doesn't corrode all that easily. You know, granted, it's not a powder steel, but for most of us out here, you're not going to have something like that. And plus, if they did add that, you'd probably be paying at least $50 more, if not $100 more. So, you know, all in all, I think this is a great package deal. If you have any questions, please leave your comments in the section. I'd appreciate a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, check my channel out. I'm going to have a lot more knife reviews. I'll probably have a couple more beer reviews. And I do have quite a few gun reviews lined up. I still have to hit the range a little bit more to try a new pistol of mine. And I'll see you down the road. Bye.